on and have a chat. Just now I was trying to share my screen because I wanted you to see how to actually search for any of the data that you hear them talking about on TV. So you would just go to Bureau of Labor Statistics, type that in, bls.gov. So there's so much information out there. But you know what? Instead of doing something all that heavy this Friday afternoon, I decided to come on, and if you had any questions at all, then I would love to answer them. And so that's why I'm here. So I'm actually working. I'm going to show you. Ta-da! I am. But I'll be here, figuring it all out with you, and testing as well. It's almost like a test one, so I'm not going to leave this up. All right. I want to see what's popping up for you. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Because at the end of the day, all right, perfect. I wanted to see the actual live and see what we have here. So, all right, so let me pull up the Bureau of Labor Statistics and see what's going on there. This is for October. Welcome. All right, guys. So I'm glad that you're on here. So here's a conversation that we're actually going to have today. We need to have a conversation about. All right, there you go. So that you're able to help yourself when these information comes out. All right. The bls.gov, bls.gov, okay? I want you to know that website. That's where they're giving the data. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to read it yet. Take it and plug it into an AI, let it read it for you. The fact is, that's where they're giving you the information from, all right? So there's this document that comes out, and it's called the employment situation, right? Literally, that's what it's called. It's called the employment situation. And it gives us the information that they have, and that's how they're telling us about the non-farm payroll employment, right? So anything that has nothing to do with the farm. And so today they say unemployment was at 4.1%. All right, so what does that mean to the average person? Nothing. But let me tell you what it's supposed to mean to you. Our economy over time, the data that they've had, since the 60s, the 70s, has shown that our society here in the United States works better when unemployment is about 5%, 6%. All right? Yes, when more people are laid off. Just follow. So when there's high inflation, typically that's where the Federal Reserve try to push the numbers. With our current Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, he would constantly be asked, are you trying to push to get unemployment to 5%, 6%, which of course would make us have tens of thousands of people out of work. He says, well, no, that's not necessarily, hey, Namath, that's not necessarily what he wants to do. He just really wants to do what he's charged with, all right? A monetary policy, not fiscal. That's what he said. So when you hear them say, the federal funds rate is 4.75 or 5.25%, that's the interest rate that banks borrow and lend to each other. When that interest rate is high, they then pass it on to us, the consumer. So it is something that you are supposed to know about. You need to understand this, because if you need to go and borrow monies, if you need to do anything with monies with the banking system, then you need to know what you're facing, how the money situation is for us here in the United States. So I need you to start, if you know how to use AI, the AI can help you to, give you as if you were 5 years old or 7 years old. It can actually help you with those documents. You don't have to be steeped in it. All right. What you can do now to help yourself based on what's happening, because remember, it feels as if they don't know. Just go to Twitter. And see what the economists are saying. Or you could do it right here on YouTube in the search bar. What are economists saying? You could go ahead and put that in and see how they're just divergent views on the state of affairs now. So what came out today, right? I was watching one of the financial news, and what came out today, they were saying, a lot of the companies seem to be waiting until after the election to make a decision about employment, make a decision about, the future of a company, where they're going. Well, I've been saying this for quite some time. I have not been on YouTube. I just came to YouTube to start doing this. But I've been saying this in other online forums that I've been on. I've been on audio apps, and to my audience there, I've been sharing that information with them. But it is too crucial for me not to come to you here on YouTube, and I've decided to come and share that information with you, or just my view on what I see happening with the economy. So you're going to have to protect yourself. You do. I'm saying stay in your day job. Don't leave your day job. That's your talent. That's your day talent. That's your main thing that you're using right now to earn monies from. But there's more to you than that one title or that one talent. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you. So you're going to have this diverse ways that you're using your talents. I don't want to, the monies that you will get from that, I don't want to focus on that. That's not what this is about. This is, hi from Martinique, hi Pascal. This is all about you. If you make it about leading you, leadership of you, anything that's entrepreneurial that come out of what I'm saying, or what you may end up doing, anything that comes out of monies that you make in, that part is those are byproducts. I need you to be leading you. You have to lead yourself well so you can lead others to excellence. Period. Doesn't matter who you are, where you were born, what your situation is right now. So this data that's coming out, it seems as if everybody's edging on the election next week, 4 days from now. But let me tell you something. I want you to start really watching everything very keenly. And January 20th is really the day that will be the decision day. Because that's the day we have to swear in a president. So January 21st actually should be the day that it says. So January 21st will be the day that I believe companies will truly start to make decisions on the hiring. If they're taking away the hiring freeze that a lot of them low-key have, that they're just not saying to you. They low-key have hiring freezes. They can still put out that they have a position that they need to get filled, but it doesn't mean they don't have a hiring freeze. They're not doing anything. And I don't want you to blame them. I don't. This is not, David and Goliath, little you against, the big corporation. No, forget all of those things. That will just cloud your judgment and get you angry. All right? It will just get you angry. I don't want you to be angry at them. I want you to take that energy, ball it up, and make it positive and empower you. That's what I'm saying. So if you go to my channel and you look at the Walking Bank Theory information I put out, it's all about leadership. It's literally all about leadership. I want you to embrace the fact that you make the decisions for you and you're responsible for you. But in order for you to do that, you need information. You need to know what's happening in the world. I keep saying this. People are going to vote their pockets. People are going to vote on whether or not they can afford milk. All those other issues, while extremely important, that's not what's going to drive the vote. It doesn't matter what someone tells you outside. When they get into that polling booth, what's going to drive the vote is their pocket. What's the price of milk? Can they afford to give their children, a wonderful Christmas this year? What will Thanksgiving look like? That's what ordinary persons, the middle class and lower income people, are thinking about. That's it. So if that's the case and you're going to work petrified, why should you be going to work petrified? Like, how is that normal? They had a statistics that came out earlier this year. I believe it was done with University of Phoenix and some other company. And it said that about 60% of people are going into work very nervous, wondering if they're going to be laid off, if they'll have a job at the end of it all. How is that normal? How is that normal? When you go on certain apps that people can freely talk about, their employment situation, there are people posting. You can feel the tears being lifted up off of the screen. Like, you could feel the tears that they've applied to a job, and by the very next day, they're told the job is no longer available, or they've interviewed and they only get through one interview, and it doesn't seem like it's because they're unqualified, but it seems like there's something else afoot. Yeah, there's something else afoot. The economy and the companies have to stay lean so that they're able to employ others going forward as well. So it still goes back to you. You must have this one thing, and it's called self-reliance, leadership of you. You must have it. I created this blueprint, and I'm going to tell you what it is. You can go into the description and grab it if you want, but I'm actually going to lay it out for you. And what you have to do is sit down, write down what it is you like to do, what it is you do now well, what it is you went to school for, what you're passionate about, all these different things. And then in addition to your day job, say which one of these things I can do, which one of these things I can use and do something to help myself. Which one of these things? Right? I want you to be able to do that and figure out that talent. And then in addition to that talent, you are now going to say what industry this is in, how quickly am I able to do this while I'm doing my day job. So you're going to have to do some time management as well. This is not a joke. This is real. All right. The next time I come on, I will have all the bells and whistles and, press something just to make sure that you realize that this is real. This is not your brain on drugs. Believe your eyes, believe your ears. Dr. Lisa Marie Fitt is in fact telling you, you have to prepare. Understand what the numbers mean. Understand why the 4.1%. Understand why they're looking to see if unemployment has gone up. Because that's what it means. What will the Fed do? And whatever they do, it affects us. It trickle back down to us. If you're not yet following this channel, make sure that you are in fact subscribing. Because I will be doing many, many more mini lectures. Trust me on that. All random times, no special time. I will be doing more mini lectures. And my style, typically, I do a lecture. I don't save it. I take it down from being public. for a little while. So I just like to come on and converse with people. If you have a question, you can write it in the chat. I'll answer it. I see someone wrote, if you believe in crypto. I think crypto is fine. I think it's a new monetary product, if you will. So I do believe that people should know what they're getting into, really study it. There are folks that have been become millionaires from it. But you don't want to do anything that's too risky in this kind of economic system. So make sure you understand what it is you're getting into. Get a financial advisor. That's not what I do. I'm talking to you here from a more academic space. I'm talking to you more on leadership and then how you can lead that to take you to wherever you need to go. But there's no need for you to want $100 and you have additional skill sets and you're unable to find a way how to get that. And I know it sounds a gig economy. It falls into all of these different things. Again, I'm not talking about that. I'm focusing on you. I'm focusing on you with the talent that you're born with, that you're not thinking about. That's what I'm focusing on. That's what I want you to do. That's what I'm sharing with you today. So at the end of the day, it's, what you want to do for you. How you want to use information and data to forecast for you and your life, just like they're forecasting for companies, just like they're forecasting for America. So what's going to happen to us here? So I'm hoping that this is vibing with you, because it matters. Okay? I want you to make sure that you in the description, I will go and I will add it in if it's not there. Let me see if they had this put in or not. Really can see. In the description, I want to make sure. All right, so we're going to make sure that we add the download. So my business card, so you will have, all my information with respect to all the social media, where you can find me at. Everything is there. How to get the walking bank theory, how to get that blueprint, everything will be there in that business card. So it's businesscard.walkingbanktheory.com. But I'm going to make sure that I put it up here on YouTube so that you guys have that, so you have that link to click and get additional information. Because when I tell you that these are serious times, I genuinely mean these are serious times. And there is absolutely no reason why we should be in this position where we don't have information. Come on, information overload. You just open your computer and you could type in anything and it's going to pop up. But I need you to understand what's happening and apply it to you. I need you to take those few steps. So the first thing I want you to do is believe in yourself. Get that certainty statement. I'll make sure that's up as well. Certainty statement is free. Downloading the business card, that's free. If you want the blueprint, just go ahead, grab that. That's at a fee, but it will walk you through it. But again, it's finding your talents. After you find your talents, find the industry that matches that talent and see what little bit that you can do and how you can offer your services or your talents to get into that space. So you have something else. So you don't wake up a week before Christmas and your company says, hey, we're laying off your department. The writing is on the wall. You don't want that. We're going to get back great where people feel like things are great. Because what's happening right now, it's all a feeling. It's a belief. It's a belief that the system is totally broken. And if people believe it, perception is reality. So it doesn't matter what when the data says, oh, it's not so bad. If people feel like things are too expensive, it's what they feel and they're operating in that. And if you are one of those persons that's how you feel, then you do something about it. If you see it happening to others with this massive layoffs, or some companies are doing hiring freezing and they're trying to make a decision as to what they're going to do and when they're going to do it, then it means you should take that step. Become a walking bank, which is leading yourself. That's all that means. Leading, the ability to know for self-reliance, because leadership begins with you. To look into what are my other talents? What could I possibly do in addition to, I'm an accountant. I don't know how to do anything else but just count numbers. No, probably you love roses and know, how to really grow a rose, and just with ordinary off the shelf stuff. And that's something that's information you could share with others for a fee, like whatever it is that you have the ability to do. Now, if you need me to help you with that, just reach out. I mean, just literally reach out. Just get the business card Walking Back Theory. You can do that. But it's not about me. It's all about you. You can do this. You can do a lot of this on your own. But just take that information that's in the news and make it make sense for you. All right. So I am going to jump off right now. And then I'll be back on again later. I promise. It was good talking with you. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will be bringing more information as data comes out, so that we can help each other move into 2025. Take